Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel, Kathy here. Today I made this really simple spaghetti with mushrooms and chicken and sour cream and paprika, and it tastes amazing. So if you like what you see, please keep watching this video, give me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. So I'm starting off with 4 chicken thighs, boneless and skinless chicken thighs, which I'm going to season generously with some garlic, salt and pepper. If you don't have garlic salt, please just use regular salt. So I'm just going to season generously on both sides, and also you can use chicken breast if you have that. I prefer chicken thighs because I think it's juicier, whereas breast could be a bit dry, but it's up to you. So I'm now going to add a couple of tablespoons of sunflower oil to my pan, and I'm going to get that nice and hot before I add in my chicken. And I'm just going to basically get that nice and cooked through, get a nice sear on both sides of your chicken thighs. So once your chicken thighs look something like this, nice and seared on both sides, what you're going to want to do is take them out of the pan. They're nice and cooked through, and yeah, you're just going to remove them from the pan. I then added a pad of butter into the pan, and I'm just going to let that melt. Once the butter had melted, I then added some garlic. I think I lost that clip, but I did add about 4 cloves of garlic, and also 1 large onion that I diced quite finely. And I'm just gonna saute that for a few minutes in the pan. I then added some mushrooms. These are chestnut mushrooms that came pre-sliced, so I just added that to the pan, and I'm just going to stir it into the onions and garlic and cook them down. I then also seasoned with some garlic, salt and pepper. And just gave that another quick stir. I then added about 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika into the pan. I think smoked paprika is best. I don't think regular paprika has much of a taste, so definitely use smoked paprika. And I'm just going to stir that into the mushrooms and onion mix. As you can see, the mushrooms have really cooked down nicely. I then added about 1.5 tablespoons of plain flour. So this is going to help us thicken the sauce later on. So I just added that in and stirred that into the pan. Don't worry if it seems a bit dry, because we're going to add some chicken stock in a bit. So yeah, just stir your flour in for a couple of minutes. And then we're going to start gradually adding our chicken stock. So you want to add this in bit by bit so that the sauce doesn't get lumpy. So I start off with just a little bit of a splash of chicken stock, and then gradually increase until you've added all the chicken stock. So I think I eventually added about 100 milliliters of chicken stock. So I just added a chicken cube and then some water and made about 100 milliliters of chicken stock, and added this gradually into the mix. So once you've added all of your chicken stock, let it simmer for 10 minutes and then add some salt and pepper. Maybe give it a quick taste first just to see whether it's seasoned enough, and season to your taste with salt and pepper. I then re-added the chicken, which I'd just cut up into bite-sized chunks, and just stirred that into the sauce. And then the final step is to basically kill the heat on the sauce and add in your sour cream. So I think I added about, I think it was probably about 50 milliliters of sour cream, but I will put the exact amount down below in the description bar. I think it was about 50 milliliters of sour cream. And then you're just going to want to stir that into the sauce. I always say kill the heat before you add in the cream, because otherwise it will curdle and you definitely don't want that. So yeah, kill the heat and then add the sour cream. And then by now, hopefully you've already boiled your spaghetti or whatever kind of pasta you're using, because you're going to want to add that into the sauce now. So at this point, I added in my spaghetti. And I'm just going to toss it in the sauce, make sure it takes on all of that luscious sauce, and yeah, it's starting to come together. I then added some fresh basil. I think this gives it a nice flavour kick, and yeah, it really complements the flavours, so I'm just going to stir that in. And then you're basically done, guys, and you can serve this up and enjoy. I top it with some fresh parmesan, that's optional, and it tastes really good. The chicken and the mushrooms it just come together really nicely, and the sauce is nice and rich and it tastes great. So please do give it a try, and if you do, let me know what you think. Comment down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.